January 1st, Park Board meeting. Scott?
Hopefully everybody got the copy of the minutes from the December meeting. I emailed those out to you guys. Obviously, we didn't have a meeting in January. Just a couple of updates from our agenda. The DNR grant, we're hopefully a month away. It's February 1 today, so we're hoping to hear something as early as March 1st from the DNR. We are prioritizing our project list so we can hit the ground running when that all gets taken care of. There's a lot to be done, and it'll be a flurry of activities. We've talked about that before. Rainbow Park should be getting a lot of stuff done here very shortly as well. Obviously, can't get over there when it's muddy or frozen. It's going to get a new piece of playground equipment. Parking lot area. Have they started on that yet, Keith? The parking lot's going to be added over there. A path leading back to where the basketball court used to be, and those things. So that'll be done early in the spring. So Rainbow Park, well, I'm sure we'll have some kind of ceremony or something.
So the parking lot, you'll be able to get to from that back street?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, that's where it's going to be. We're going to create a little parking lot and,
Right.
and try to create a barrier where people won't get up there and drive into the grassy area.
Okay.
Maybe have some soccer or something, other
Good.
things like that.
Good.
Basketball court's going to be right there too. We're going to move that there closer. So, Senior Citizens Program, we did restart our senior meals on Mondays and Wednesdays. That partnership, again, just to remind you guys, was Hanover College Lifetime Resources, us, and the Boys and Girls Club of Jefferson County. Well, there's been a change of leadership at the Boys and Girls Club, so we restarted those programs with just us and Hanover College involved. I've got a meeting next week with the Boys and Girls Club down there. Kristen Snyder is the acting CEO at the Boys and Girls Club. I've talked to Brenda at Lifetime Resources. So that program is going to continue on Mondays and Wednesdays, but we took up on ourselves to start that. We started serving meals January 24th. So
Because these are the meals that have to pay $30?
no, this is the $4 meal, and
$4.
then Lifetime Resources was making up the difference in
Okay.
paying Hanover College. Right now, that bill's being sent to us, but
Okay.
it's going to get worked out. So
Okay.
we've had a bigger crowd on Mondays than we have on Wednesdays, but when the weather gets a lot better, I think we'll be there. And advertising, obviously, because it was shut down while Hanover College was shut down for their Christmas break. But I've got a meeting on Wednesday, like I said, next week with Kristen at the Boys and Girls Club. Had a real nice conversation with her today.
Good.
Girls basketball program wrapped up last night. I want to thank all the folks that were part of that program. Our volunteer coaches did a phenomenal job. A great working relationship with South Bushland Schools. We had a total of 10 teams, 70 girls playing, and kudos to the staff that helped me, Olivia Wichascala, who basically volunteered the whole time she was there. She was helped with the gym, she ran the clock, she helped coach teams and everything. And then I want to thank Kobe Cloud and Tom Scroggins, and my other staff, Nate Davis, Brad Warren, Stephanie Eaglin, Caleb Lee, Marissa Naylor, Caleb Geary, and Destiny Harmon. All in all, a pretty good program. We've got some tinkering to do with it, but you figure that out after you offer it for the first time. But I think for the most part, everybody was good to see girls basketball going on. And we worked well with the schools and getting gym space and all that other good stuff. So, but we concluded last night. There should be some pictures in the paper coming up of our champions in the B and C divisions. So, but again, I think that all went well there. With any basketball program, there's always some things you got to work out, so we'll get those things worked out and make it much better for next year. Park Committee. We have tried to set a monthly meeting. We're trying to meet the last Sunday of the month, so I can get with those folks and let them know before our Park Board meeting, which is now obviously the first Tuesday of each month. We had a meeting this past Saturday, or Sunday. There was only 3 of us there, so it really wasn't a meeting. We just kind of sat there and kind of talk about things. What I'm trying to do is keep them updated with what's going on with the parks and get some input up from them on some of the other things. I mentioned the T3 storage, which was taking place today, as the crew from Hanover, Town of Hanover came out and helped and got everything put away, and we'll have inventory stuff and repair stuff, and then get ready for the upcoming next T3, which will be in December.
So before you leave the park committee, I just wanted to remind everybody that's a council-appointed committee. I don't care who you put on it, but council needs to appoint them.
Okay, all right.
And Keith needs to make sure we did a charge to each committee, limiting the membership that needs to be changed because we are very much over the membership.
Okay.
And that's
I wasn't
not,
aware of that.
well, it's not a problem, but it's a council committee.
So, okay.
So I just want to make sure the new people you add, that they're brought to the council to approve.
Okay. I was not aware of that. I thought it was just a
Everybody-
committee that was helping me and
No,
then
Well, it's
they.
just,
it's a council.
yeah, I mean, we gotta make sure that the council's just aware of everybody that's on that
Right,
committee.
Right. And we need to change the charge that we approved.
What was the
Because-
total? Do you remember how many?
I thought it was like 6 or 7.
I thought 6.
6 or 7.
Because
Yeah.
we decided then, getting
Currently
it too
9.
big of a committee, and that's fine,
And
that
that's
we
fine.
did.
We just
Let's
need to
just change
that.
Okay.
We just need to change it and make
Well, I
sure. we do
apologize
that.
because I didn't know.
Oh,
about
that's
that.
all right.
No, just change
That's
that.
right.
Because
And-
some club
and-
members aren't as active as they need
Right,
to be. so.
Right, right.
Yeah.
And, you know, I just think it's important, I don't want somebody to see me on the street and say, hey, I'm on your park committee, and I don't know it.
I'll write you up tomorrow. You get mine.
Oh, yeah, I'll be there. What time?
Yeah, 9 o'clock.
9.
So Keith, you will bring before the council to change that park committee thing. I think we need to change the beautification committee thing because it's increased.
Do we-
And I,
Do we put that on tonight's request? Just to get it over with? Since we-
whenever you want to,
Might as well.
might as well,
Let's do it. Like, getting it done.
to increase the membership for both committees.
Okay.
And while we're at it, might as well do the green committee because we limited that too.
We'll just say up to 9
Yeah, up to
this
9,
time. You do.
or up to 10,
Okay.
make it even.
Right here, let it.
Yeah,
Sure.
I just like it to be
Okay.
in writing.
Okay, gotcha. Baseball and softball, we are inventory our equipment and getting ready to get out on the fields. It's too muddy to do it right now. I walked across one of the fields today. We have ordered a piece of equipment. It's called a cut and level drag, which is going to help us get the rocks off. There's not a lot of rocks, but there are some rocks in our material, and level off our field. That won't be in until about the same time we get our field material that's going to be added. Last year we did put 100 tons on fields 1 and 2 combined. We're going to add about 40 more, I think, to both of those to bring them up to snuff. Field 3, I think, should be in great shape. We have ordered that stuff, but again, it won't be here until March.
So I called for 20 ton.
20 tons on
2
each.
loads
Okay,
each,
yeah.
It's 40 total.
40 total. So we'll get that all taken care of. We are in the process of organizing our spring men's basketball league. Hopefully start playing on March the 6th. I've reached out to some of the teams that played in our program last year, and I think it's going to go over well. Going back to baseball and softball, we're not going to change our fees. Our fee structure is going to stay the same. For the first kid, it's $30. Second kid is $25. The third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, whatever, it'd be $20 additional. Sponsorship fees will stay the same as well. A team sponsor is $200. Banner sponsorship is $200 if they'd like to do both. We're going to do the combo, give them a little bit of a break, $100, or $100 off, so it'd be $300. So we'll get those folks involved, and I'll start sending letters out pretty shortly to the people that sponsored in the past. And on our application, we'll also put a place on there if they're interested in sponsoring to contact me to get them on the list. We had a lot of families that stepped in, small family businesses that want to sponsor their kids' teams. And if you'll, just to remind you, we did have 31 teams last year that played, and every one of those teams had a sponsor that came with it. I can't remember how many banners we had out there, but they were on the fences, on the tennis court fence. And some families just decided, the Leiter family just sponsored a banner, just put their names on it, and they sponsored. So we had great support on that. So I'll be getting those letters out here very shortly to start that process and get some sponsorship taken care of for our baseball and softball program. Other than that, do want to thank everybody for their support. It's been a kind of a tough month and a half. The end of December and the month of January for me and our family, but we appreciate your support and your kind words. And it's February now, so it's getting better. It'll never be the same, but we're working towards getting better and taking care of all that other stuff. So I appreciate your guys' support and all that good stuff. Anybody have any questions?
Good report?
I do have one other thing, and it's in your packet. It's on the back side of my thing here. Talking about our concessions for basketball and our admissions. We did charge $1 admission for our basketball program. If they didn't have $1, we didn't keep grandma or grandpa out. We let them come on in. And our concessions, we just did concessions on Saturdays at Southwestern Elementary because at the Blue Gym on Monday nights, they already had concession there, so Kobe Cloud took care of that. So for our admissions, for our 33 games that we had on given nights, we took in just over $900. For admissions and concessions was just over $241. So that's an extra $1,100 we didn't have that was part of that, our basketball program. So all in all, I thought that went pretty well too. So that's just some extra money we can put back into our program, get maybe shirts or basketballs or stuff like that.
Tom's putting that money.
It's going into probably, I don't know where she's putting the NRO, probably, that's where we're going to pull our
Which
stuff.
funds, what's the service tax?
It's for admissions and concessions.
Yeah, your concession stuff, you should go to the
Yeah.
NRA. It all has to go on the NRA.
Yeah, it goes in NRO. But then we can pay for trophies or whatever we need to, or we can pull it out of there and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's money we didn't have.
Yeah, Kenny, if you just look at the line items for 211, Fund 211 on the third page, see what that money's are used for. But keep it in mind, this year that's a budgeted account, unlike last year, so it's gonna have to really be watched pretty hard, so. Because again, that was Scott and I sitting down and doing our best estimate, but 2 or 3 of our programs we didn't even have last year, so we didn't, it was all estimates. Girls basketball, for instance, we didn't have that last year.
Yeah,
So
right.
we had to come up with this budget last June, thinking what it might, numbers-wise. We probably didn't anticipate near the turnout you got. So it means more games, it means more officials, but there was more revenue. But
Right.
again, this is learn as you go type.
Sure.
And I think the participation fees probably should have covered the cost.
I was gonna say, it shouldn't be anything drastic, but that's where that money would go and what it would be utilized for.
We did, for the itty bitties, which is kindergarten, first grade, we gave each of those kids a medal, and then we had tournament in the other 2 divisions, so we gave first and second in those 2, so that was the awards we did that. And then Tom Scroggins purchased the small basketballs that we use, and we use their basketballs for our program, so we didn't have a cost for equipment-wise for basketballs for that program, so.
Good report, Scott. So I will also say on the park committee, beautification committee, green committee, I've got all the committee charges on my phone. I don't think your new people know what the expectation is. So if we approve this tonight to increase, I will make copies and get them to you,
Yeah, absolutely.
so you can give them to everybody. Kathy, I think you have the green that I've got. Oh, okay. I can make the changes.
Any more questions for Scott?
Good report.
Yes, absolutely.
No, I'll say, Kenny's probably seen it, being at the ball games. I think it's been really cool watching the little girls come out. You know, I go to my daughter's games and the little girls that are out there playing halftime or between JV and varsity type games. It's been pretty cool. The turnout's been awesome. Scott jumps out there and gets them all hoorah. The kids all huddle up at the end. I mean, he takes a lap all the way around the court. It's been pretty neat, really, so
Well, I'm gonna tell you,
it's been
they're
cool.
in love with Scott, especially Danny's niece's little girl. That's all she talks about.
It's been positive for the community, that's for sure.
That's very positive.
And I know you've been doing a lot of extra duties with the committees and meeting, and there's been a lot on your plate beyond running programs, so appreciate all you're doing extra for that. You can get meeting to death, I get it.
The meetings are fine, it's the work you gotta do afterwards.
Finding the volunteers for the
That's
meetings
right.
that you have. After you have them.
Anything else?
Nope,
I'll accept the motion to adjourn.
so moved.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.